Well, I finally did it. I splurged, and as a birthday present to myself, from myself to me, I went ahead and got close to my heart's art philosophy cart. I've been drooling for a long time now over the stamp companies that make stamps that coordinate with your other dies like nestabilities. And there really hasn't been a company to do anything like that with ProvoCraft, and so that you could have a set of stamps that coordinate with your cut files. And I am not an Imagine owner, because the next best thing is actually your Cricut Imagine, I know, but I'm just a Cricut Expression owner. So even though this is a very basic cartridge in terms of just the shapes, you know, images on, there's no cute characters or scenes or anything. I think it's going to be awesome because it coordinates with their line of stamps. When you get your stamps, the acrylic stamps come in these envelopes, and I love the way they store. It's the best for storage. And of course, you get some that come with the Close to My Heart Art Philosophy sort of package deal that you get right now. But I went ahead and purchased a whole bunch of Christmas and holiday stamps too. And I just wanted to show you something that I did. Now, all this information is available on Close to My Heart website and all over the internet, so I'm not going to go into this. But so, for example, here's the image. Love the image. It's a happy holidays. It'll be a tag. And here it says, and my flip doesn't do great at close-up, so hopefully you'll get this. Here's the 1 3/4. That's the size I know I want to cut it at, whether I'm working on my Gypsy or in Cricut Craft Room. And then what I did is, I love my booklets. I will never get rid of the booklet. And some images, like even on Cricut Craft Room or your Gypsy, are so hard to figure out what they are without the booklets. And I just love these. They help me feel, kind of fuel my creativity. So what I did is each stamp, as I took it out, I went and found from the image, the corresponding cut. And I just noted the page that it was on. I don't have to number my pages the way I used to find them, because the new big booklets it shows you. But anyway, I did that with all of them. So now I know automatically, oh, I love this stamp image. I want to use it on a project. Oh, I'm going to go to my booklet. There it is on page 36. Okay, I already know what size to cut that. Oh, and here's a cute ornament tag. That one's going to be on page 50, and bada boom, bada bing, I just zip open to, and there it is. So it's just a great little tip that I found. It took a little bit of time to go through, but it just also was kind of a good exercise to get me to know all the great shapes on this cart. Well, I just unloaded this from the box, and I just went through and had fun numbering these. Let's figure out a project to put together and have some fun doing it. Stay tuned. While my Cricut is cutting, I wanted to show you something. Oh, of course it went away. I was going to show you on my Gypsy, but you'll see that actually my paper ends right here, but I'm doing a scallop border, and it is just running off the end of the page. That's a typical type of a trick that I do. I really don't care. I recycle my mats, and I use them and use them. They're well loved, and it is just fine with me if there is, if it goes off the page and is longer than what the design was on my Gypsy, because I really only need a short period of time. Oh, there it goes, messing that one up. Okay, so we have everything here to start putting this card together. Here is my border that I cut out. That is right here on page 62, and I cut it out at 2.5 inches wide, so it made a nice rip, and then I just let it go all the way across my mat, even though this was just a little scrap of paper, which was awesome. I took some coordinations paper in Lake, so the raised bumps kind of are a little bit white, and it matched the little glitter dots on here. And I wanted a little bit of red in there, and so I'm going to just start putting this together. Okay, here I have my stamp. I cut it out just at the 1.5. I think it was like either 1.47 or 1.51, because I just used the up arrow key to enlarge it so that everything would be stay the right dimensions for it when I cut it, when I sized it up on my Gypsy. Now, I will tell you, in full disclosure, I was trying to do this card with a different kind of technique, with a resist technique and my sentiment in the middle, and I just couldn't get it to turn out quite right. I wasn't happy with how the sentiment just wasn't as clear. So I've kind of changed up my original design idea. And when I pick this up, I can see, oh, excuse me, when I can see if I've got it inked up very evenly, and I see there's some spots right over here where I want it. I have kind of a line. So when they're, of course, you know, this, when you have a bigger stamp, it's easier to bring the stamp pad to the stamp than the other way around. I really do find it's helpful to have some cushion under your stamp when you do this. And Close to My Heart stamps always come with some cushion in them. This is just from another package, however. And I might have to get in here just to make sure I'm right over my stamp, right where I want to be. You know, and if it's a little bit off, I think that's sort of charming. It's kind of an offset printing sort of style that it comes out with. Ooh, pretty. Okay. And then this little baby cut was also on the booklet. It was this interior one, and I decided instead of having the resist embossing, I was just going to go ahead and cut this one out. And I cut this one at about 3/4 of an inch. This is a sentiment from a Heidi Grace clear stamp set. Of course, it's always fun to mix and match. Here's some Lady Memento ink in Ladybug. And one of my teardrops. And I'm just going to ink the edges ever so slightly. Give them a dab of color. Okay. Okay, line this up. Cute, 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 cute. Right, and I'll probably finish this off on the inside with another scrap of the final piece, but there you have it. Super fun, able to use the stamps from Close to My Heart that coordinate with the cuts that you find on the Art Philosophy cart. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
I'd like to dedicate this song